All right, today, the Sunday scaries, the Monday dread. You are not alone if you're in this place. A lot of us, when it comes to going back to that work week, in our mind, we're going, I can't believe I'm about to go spend 5 days doing something that just is not in touch with me, that does not resonate. So today, we're going to talk about 3 steps to really regain your purpose and passion. And we can start slowly, but we can work to a place where those days are feeling more inspirational, like our days are more balanced and we're just aligned in the right way to where we want to be. So 3 steps, let's talk about them. The first one is get spiritual. And I don't mean this in any religious sense. I mean it just in terms of a deeper introspection about your purpose. Why am I here? What is my purpose? What is exciting to me? And where have I done things in the past that were really aligned to things that I just thought I had to do, right? As opposed to being aligned to my purpose. So we want to get in touch with that deeper inspiration, right? There's something planted in us at a deeper level that gives us this higher vision for ourselves and that excites us when we think about it. But somehow we've gotten to a place in this 5-day work week or this daily life where we're just not aligned to that. So that's why we have this like deep internal pull, like there's got to be something else. And I've had this, trust me, I've had this. I spent years in the corporate world, and every Sunday I'd be like, I can't believe I'm going back to work for 5 days of the same thing. And I feel like I'm just reacting to this job, and I'm not in charge of my own destiny that feels right for me, right? So we got to get spiritual. We got to start to go internal in whatever way we do that and really reflect on our passions and what excites us. We're going to flow right in. This flows right into thing number 2. So thing number 2 is we have to establish a daily process for ourselves. And I'm going to give you 3 pieces to this, 2 of which are going to be a requirement. And what we're trying to do in a daily process is start to build some consistency around these things that excite us and around the inspiration that drives us internally. So we at least have a little piece of the day where we've done work internally in terms of assessing our own self-discovery, assessing ourselves, having self-discovery, and then we're taking some action on that, right? So, and the consistency of that over time is going to give us confidence, and that consistency can be used in other places. So, the 3 steps are 1, some quiet time, meditation, prayer, introspection, whatever's right for you to start to align to this place that we were talking about in terms of finding yourself, finding who you are and what drives you. So we're going to take 15 to 30 minutes every day. I do this in the morning. I meditate to go introspective about ourselves and understand what is exciting to us. And like anything, this is a daily practice. If you do it daily, you get better about recognizing what you're excited about. The second step we're going to do is we're going to take 15 to 30 minutes also when we think about what inspires us and we have a vision there and there's something that's exciting for us. Let's just say this 5-day work week is job related. We want to get a new job. Or let's just say it's what you do in your spare time related where you don't feel any inspiration in your spare time. Outside of the 15 to 30 minutes of reflection, we're going to take 15 to 30 minutes and we're going to educate ourselves on something interesting to us. And we're going to do this every day. This is the most important part. We need to feel like we're having consistent growth day to day on something that's exciting to us based on inspired feelings, right? So step 1 to step 2, inspired feelings. We find something we're going to do 15 to 30 minutes a day, educate ourselves on this topic and begin to learn, scour the internet, take time to fill your mind. So the third step in this daily process, if you want to incorporate this, is exercise. I always feel like fitness is just a good mind clearer. And I do it 3 or 4 days a week. It's not a daily practice for me, but I feel like this is a good third addition. So a daily process, again, the consistency in looking back and knowing that we hit a couple steps is vital for us to gain self-confidence and our ability to be consistent, but also is vital for us to see incremental progress on what excites us based on our introspection, right? So the consistency is valuable because then when we find this greater thing that we want to do at some point, we know we're a person of consistency. The last part of this is, and I'm going to ask you to be courageous here, is we need to build our network with people that are successful in these areas that interest us. And when I coach people on this part, especially when they're earlier in their career, they have some real resilience toward, or it's not resilience, it's not the right word. They have some real resistance to this because they don't want to approach somebody that's really successful in an area that they don't know about. But this is super valuable for two things. One is somebody that's an expert will give you a shortcut in this thing that's exciting and inspiring to you. Will give you the shortcuts on how to get there. They've already done it. They've made the mistakes. They know what works. So they will give you input. The second is just having the perspective of a successful person, right? So that person has taken a risk and achieved something that you want to achieve. And their perspective coming from a successful place is valuable to you. So we have to expand our network into people that are successful in the areas that we find interest, or even just successful people in general, because they're used to the waves of getting to a successful place, the ups and downs. They've done it all, right? So these are the 3 steps to start to take yourself to a place where you're feeling more purpose and more aligned vision. And we can do this small, but when we spend daily time on this, our introspection starts to open up. The ideas for excitement, we start to see them more clearly. So the 3 steps are self-realization, get spiritual, go introspective. 2, daily process with the 3 steps we talked about, but 2 of them required introspection and then pursuing something of excitement. And the 3rd step, courageous in expanding your network to successful people in areas that excite you. I look forward to hearing about your journey.